to do.
Hey, Rachel, you want to lead us in the pledge, please? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Visiting guests and Rotarians. We've got a few today, so let's start at table 1 here.
Hello, President Dustin. I'd like to introduce my guest for the last time, Jennifer Coriell. Her dad is a visiting Rotarian, Sam Busey. And then Arcata City Councilman Brett Watson.
And our guest speaker, Connie Stewart.
In the back, visiting or guesting. See here. And we have Dave Moore from Arcata High School this morning. Dave.
Sophie, President of the
All right. Please take pictures. Check me out on Facebook. There's our great fundraiser coming up next Friday, and how much fun you have here. Sojourning Sunrisers. Did anyone do any traveling or any Disney fun at all last week? Yes.
I had to travel down to Irvine for work, but I took 2 extra days to see my best friend in Valley Glen, and it was the most rejuvenating, wonderful 2 days I've had in a long time. We got in just like one hike and watched like a ton of Olympics, but just connecting with those soul people in your life was really amazing. So,
I went to Tucson to go visit my niece and got to do some amazing hikes up in
Oh, wow. Can you picture? She's sending this way. Yeah, that sounds beautiful. Yeah. All right. Great. Stand up. Stand up.
Stand up.
I got up early and came to Furniture. Spent the weekend in San Francisco with the youngest, who is, some of you remember, is a tiny child. He's a freshman at Disney Center. Yeah. So we did the Chinese New Year and ate sushi and Chinese food. And,
Awesome. Terry.
I went to Williams, which is over on Highway 5 there, and I went to a I know how to have a good time. I went to a quote retreat. There were 14 of us, and we spent 3 days cutting big pieces of fabric into little tiny pieces of fabric, and then sewing them back together in other but it was really fun, and we discovered a restaurant that's been there for a long time called Louis Cairo's. It's Italian, and it was fabulous, and it was fun, and we decided to stay an extra day and come home, and the teacher said, when are you girls leaving? And I said, tomorrow on Sunday. And she said, what are you going to do the rest of the day? And I said, and she said, well, there's this cook shop in Winters that you would really like, and it's just down the road. It was 50 miles from Williams. But that was okay because they were really, really happy to see us.
Let's see here. Anniversaries. Harry and Cheryl, they had their saying happy anniversary to them. If you see them. Birthdays. Randy's at Pets this weekend, so we'll give them congratulations and hear all about Pets next week. But Richard, today is your birthday, yes?
That is it.
Yeah. That picture.
My daughter's in college, so that's not. My son's a sophomore in high school, so that's a picture. I'm not on Facebook apparently. So it's today, so we haven't done anything yet. Besides, we're gonna go to work, and Laura and I were going to the campground. I've never been there, so.
Oh, awesome.
It's really good. We were going to lunch with my wife today. Drinks with a couple of coworkers today, maybe. That's about it.
Awesome. All right. Dick, you want to lead us in happy birthday?
Something. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ryan. Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate it. So,
Oh! somebody to help bear the burden of me. So we, over the weekend, we adopted, his name was Morgan. They named him at the shelter, but he had that name for 2 weeks. So we added the name Ace to him. So the name's Ace Morgan Johnson. He's 2-year-old. We think he's most Glen of a mall terrier, which I didn't even know they had terriers at the mall. But he's a really sweet guy. He's down in my car right now waiting for me to. Well, maybe not so big. And hopefully the interior of my car is still going to be fine.
You'll report next week.
Pardon?
We'll get a report next week.
Yeah, and I'll have photos the interior of the car. Anyway, it's a great thing. We got it from Sequoia Humane Society. We really love him. He's great. He's a great little guy.
Does anybody think that Dick's beard?
Would that I had as much hair as he had. I got him so I could get a transplant.
All right, and then this next one I think will speak for itself. So big round of applause. You want to say anything?
So there were very few times in my life when I have been speechless, and I was really speechless. I was at a loss for words, and I know I said thank you, and then I'm not sure what I said. Somebody, if you have a video, will you please let me know what I said? But it was quite an honor and definitely a surprise. My husband is a vault. He told our daughter, I think the day or two before, because she can't keep a secret for him. So, and then I think Judy was running interference so that I wouldn't see her hiding out. And anyway,
And it was funny because you went to the bathroom and
Yeah.
they were out there.
yes.
And I was in a panic and they hid behind that palm tree.
Okay, so here's the story. I'm walking, I'm going, okay, I'm going to go on this skateboard because it was the last two, was the big, it was this one and then the business, and so I was walking fast and I was going and I'm in the lobby and I'm walking, I'm like, what are those people doing behind the palm tree? I go to the bathroom, well, you're right, exactly. And then when I came out, I'm looking, I was going to investigate. It's like, that was really weird. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then they appeared a few minutes later. Yeah, it was quite a very, very surprised. Yes, thank you very much.
Congratulations. All right, and then please continue to send recognitions to me or this email or to Joyce, and we will get you on the map here. Events coming up, we have the College Career Pancake Breakfast tomorrow morning. Jeff, I'm assuming you still have tickets?
Yeah, I do. I have tickets right here, so it's not too late.
All right.
Oh, could everybody who's like sponsored or bought tickets or done anything just kind of stand up, just so that I can, because this club is awesome. That as well, that signed up for that, just stand up. I know
Absolutely, that's awesome. And then spring fundraiser, we'll talk about that. I have a few slides here. And then after that, we have the Dr. Highway with social afterwards on Earth Day in April. And then the Big Brother Big Sister Mentor Challenge is going on. So talk more, Kristen about coming here for a little. Spring fundraiser. So it is countdown time. We are next Saturday. We are on Friday. We're setting up. I'm passing around right now 2 sheets. We're at the point where we need to sell tickets. This is a big push. I think we're about 25, 26 tables at last count, give or take. We want to get up above 30. So at this point, we're asking, if you know somebody, just get tickets for 2 people or 1 person. We just need to get people in there, start filling the tables up, and make it happen. So anyway, there's a sign-up sheet going around. We'll invoice you if you sign up for 2 tickets or whatnot, and we'll get that place as full as possible. So That said, Romy, do you have anything to mention about the fundraiser or?
Thank you. Lisa and I are pulling together all the silent and the Dutch stuff, and folks are really sending it in. So thank you. Your posse might have got a very specific email if we don't have anything from you, but the bulk of you, it's awesome. We've got great stuff, and thank you so much.
All right. And our live auction items are looking awesome. You may have noticed one of the better ones as you walk in, the four-wheeler downstairs. So when you share on Facebook and whatnot, feel free to take pictures or kind of direct it at people you know that maybe want one of our live or silent items to kind of help create excitement. And we've got some great gifts this year, so it's going to be fun. Scott?
If you're on Facebook and you see that we posted something from the club site, please repost it, share it on your own, just to get some more people to goes out as well. We're already posting about every other day a new sneak peek.
Absolutely. Charlie?
Yeah, no, so we absolutely, there's great ticklers, to get people to come. There's the big items, and then there's some just wonderful experiences like, canning. You go and have a party, a canning party.
Yay, Rachel.
Yay, Rachel, yeah. And there are many of you that have donated some items that when we sat at the committee, we were like, wow, this is really this is amazing. This is a really great item, so we're going to pull it into the live. So thank you for that very much. Ski trip to Telluride, tropical vacation. We're not sure if it's Costa Rica or Mexico, but it's going to be Mormon fun. Palm Springs, yes, absolutely. So there's just a bunch of stuff like that, those experiences. And there'll be some, wonderful items that people will have to bid up to. So as you see those items that, Scott's posting them, as you see them, or definitely use that to encourage people like, you can get this is great.
And you can post your own pictures too, just hashtag us in the photo.
Right,
please.
thank you.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, and then also we need one or two more people for the dish room. I think we have two, maybe one later, one now. So if you want to work in the dish room and Charles back there with Ian and crew, it's fun.
You might mention about, not necessarily having to buy a table, but you can buy individual tickets, because in the past it's always been just tables. So people should know and spread the word that you can buy individual tickets, and we'll just sit you, with your group. So, table sales that.
Awesome, exactly. Yeah, you can just make friends there with Rotarians. Beyond the dish room as well, I think we're looking for a few more raffle ticket sellers, and I think we may be covered after that. So I'll send out an email where we have any doubts, and please feel free to invite your friends or have yourself sign up for a few things. But it's going to be fun. We're also on the radio right now. I don't know if you heard the little 30-second slot yet, but we're out there, so it's going to be super fun.
I haven't heard it, but I did hear that you need to work on your yeehaw.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Sort up by Saturday. Izzy, where are you? You want to talk about last week?
She's here.
I didn't do anything special last week, but I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow.
That's it. We'll have fun. Please take a lot of pictures, and we'll be sure we get back to that. So let's see. So now it's time for our newest Sunriser, AJ. Come up.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Fellow Rotarians, it's my privilege and pleasure today to conduct an induction ceremony to bring a new member into our club. Jennifer Coriell is proposed for membership by Terry Clark. Jennifer's proposal has been reviewed by the membership committee in accordance with our club constitution bylaws. Her name has been circulated and her application for membership has been approved. Rotary is defined as a volunteer organization of business and professional leaders united worldwide to provide humanitarian service and help build goodwill and peace. Club members meet weekly to plan service projects, discuss community and international issues, and enjoy fellowship. Clubs are non-religious, non-political,
open to every race, culture, and creed. Rotary encourages high ethical standards in all vocations while striving to live and work by the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Jennifer, we now proceed to admit you to the membership in the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise and to the friendship of Rotary throughout the world. It has already been explained to you that the ideal of Rotary is service. Our motto is service above self, and the object of this club and all Rotary clubs is to encourage and foster this ideal as a basis of worthy enterprise. You are to share in this effort. You've been approved for membership in the club because we believe you to be a worthy representative of your vocation, are interested in the ideals of Rotary, and willing to do your share in translating these ideals into action. You've agreed to accept the obligations of membership in this club and obey this club's constitution and bylaws. Now I have the pleasure of asking your sponsor to pin on your membership pin.
And I'm going to pass this privilege to her dad.
The emblem of the Rotary wheel, which we hope you will wear with pride of being a Rotarian, but also with the humility of service.
The first one you have tried at. I'm not the last.
At this point, I'd also like to present you with your red badge, the symbol of a new club member. As a new member, there is a path you will follow as you achieve your blue badge status, and I know you'll achieve this in a timely manner. This new member packet contains information for you about our Rotary Club and about Rotary International. You will have many questions in the coming weeks, and I encourage you to seek the answers from your sponsor, members of the membership committee, our club, and the club member.
And her mentor.
And her mentor.
Susan Deal McCarthy is your mentor.
It is my pleasure on behalf of the board of directors and the entire club membership to welcome you to the Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise. Fellow Rotarians, I'm happy and honored to present to you our newest club member, Jennifer Coriell. As is our tradition, please come and shake her hand and welcome her to our club.
Thank you.
Run in the front.
I hate standing in line. I knew this was coming.
Oh, with Rotary trip. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a battery and flash. It's definitely a battery.
Into the director.
Yeah, our whole line just crowded yours.
I can't get over that.
They'll be busy. They'll do whatever you want to do. I'm sure Mike, I'll talk to you right Congratulations.
Romy, your dress is fantastic. Oh my goodness, thank you.
See, Howard and I, we live in the same neighborhood, but we never see each other at all. Here, it's really the outseer of the groceries. Anyway,
Breakfast was
Oh,
breakfast. Morning.
Good morning.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Barbara. I am the House President. And I am here to introduce Connie Stewart. Connie was born in East Orange, New Jersey, and lived on the East Coast till she was 8, when she moved with her family to San Jose in the early 1970s. She comes from a family that's very passionate about the political process, and volunteering for local nonprofit causes was at the center of everyday lives. And in high school, she ran blood banks, food drives, and tutored children with one or more parents in jail. She moved to Arcata to attend Humboldt State University 35-ish years ago. Because we came here around the same time.
She can be 20-something-ish too.
35-ish, 30-plus-ish. She moved to Humboldt. Okay, she graduated in 1988 with a BA in speech communication, and after graduating, got a job at the North Coast Environmental Center. Anybody remember when she was there? Where she worked for 14 years until she was recruited by former Assembly member Patty Berg to work for the state legislature, covering one of the largest rural districts in the lower 48. She was elected to the Arcata City Council in 1996 and was re-elected in 2000 and served as mayor for 2 years. I'm guessing at this for the past 9 years, you've been...
2009.
Since 2009. Since 2009, she's been the executive director at the California Center for Rural Policy. And in case you don't know, I also work there, so Connie is my boss. During her time at CCRP, she has won numerous awards, and I am super proud of Connie. I'm super proud to work with her. And the award she's won since I have been there, that I've listed here: Nonprofit Leader of the Year, Humboldt Woman of the Year from Senator Michael McGuire, and most recently she was given the President's Award by RCRC, which stands for Rural County Representatives of California. It's a 35-member organization representing rural California. And she loves RCRC, and RCRC loves her. Her personal passions include paper crafting, cooking, gardening, and watching sports. I get to cook, watch sports, and craft with her. And she also loves football, and there was a piece on her bio that I'm supposed to say that I don't have. That she's the kind of woman a man would say she's always watching football.
No, you read it.
I don't have it.
I'll say it.
Okay, you say it. Please welcome Connie Stewart.
Yes, I'm single, and the reason I'm single is because the Knicks were in the playoffs and I refused to go camping with my ex. Okay? I actually had a boyfriend say, honey, you never talk to me during halftime anymore. Okay, so how do I do this? There. Okay, so you had a whole year of Barbara being your president. You probably never understood what the heck she does for a living. And that would be okay because even my dearest friends don't. And after this presentation, you still won't. But I'm going to give it a try in 20 minutes. We were founded in 2005. And we conduct research to inform policy, build community, promote health and well-being of rural people in the environment. And what happened was basically Herman Spetzler, Peter Pennycamp, and a bunch of other, Ann Lindsay, and a few other health professionals were complaining about the state's data about rural communities, in particular ours. And they said, you know, the data's always wrong, the data's always wrong. It's created by UCLA, and it's not their fault. They're doing it for the entire state. But their samples are so small from our community. To give you an example, in order to determine whether kids are healthy, in Delmar County, they call 17 families. Okay, that's all. And that determines, randomly calling 17 families determines what the health of the community is. Statistically, that's fine, but not, you know, if you live here, that's not good enough. And so they went down to the California Endowment and said, give us money, we want to put a center at Humboldt State University that can do rural research for rural people. And that's our story. And since we've been founded by the help of the California Endowment and the Wellness Foundation, we've received over 110 grants in the past 10 years. So we're pretty active. Grants and contracts are our business. Most of our money now comes probably just from contracts around the region. We're about half funded, half funded by grants and half funded by contracts, maybe even more than that. So here's our current projects, and this is the slide I'm going to spend most of our time on. We do a lot of evaluation projects. So other entities that get grants, we do the evaluation for how well they were responding or what they accomplished in their grants. We have Barbara, who's the reason she's not around a lot is because she's working in Delaware County on health career pathways. So she's trying to work with the health industry and the CR and also the high school to build pathways for students to get careers in healthcare. And I'm doing that in Humboldt County. And my job also for the university is to try to bring back the Bachelor's of Nursing program here. We'll be hearing more about that in a couple of months. So we also work on broadband deployment with Greg Foster, who, that's really why he got up and came up here. Greg has been an incredible partner, and I guess in 2009, we came up with this brilliant idea. How are we going to build broadband? And it was, we're going to call Greg and Tina Narrett and get them to work with us. And so Greg and I have been partners. Greg and Patrick Clary were the ones that figured out how to talk to PG&E about the Highway 36. They got route diversity for everyone but AT&T into the community. Right now we're working on a pathway across Highway 299, and we've gotten about $47.5 million and are very close to raising the remaining funds to get a big pipeline across Highway 299. And we're also working on a cable landing, which means we'll have a cable coming across from, I think it's from China, to land in Humboldt County and go across and ultimately, hopefully, end up in Chicago. So anyway, that's a big effort there. I talked a little bit about the evaluations. We work closely with 9 tribes in the region on projects with United Indian Health Services on improving health on tribal lands. Really fun work I get to do. Oral health, children's oral health is a big issue. We've got Dawn Alsbury. Why did I, because I'm at Rotary, I thought of Dawn. Dawn Aldridge in our office, and she does children's oral health work most of the day. The county has gotten a big grant to work on alleviating our problems in the county on children's oral health, and they have a small contract to work on adult oral health too. So we're working on strategic planning around that. I'm going to skip cannabis. You've heard enough about that. And we also have a project very near and dear to my heart, pre- and postnatal substance abuse disorder. Between 1 in 4 and 1 in 5 kids are being born with some substance in their system now. And that's not acceptable. We've got to get that number down. And so we're really working on making sure when a pregnant woman comes into a clinic for her prenatal care, if she's got a substance use problem, the clinic knows where to send her. She can get services. She'll be prioritized. Open Door Clinic is doing the Suboxone program. We're spreading that and getting more doctors who know how to help treat women who are pregnant because, we got to do it. Anyway, then we're doing a lot of evaluation of the diversity inclusion work that's happening in the community, and we've got this great project which we just finished around talking to the Latino community about what their health and wellness needs are, and we'll be releasing that data really soon. So you may have gotten in your P.O. box recently a survey from us as well. We're working with the county on updating their economic development strategy plan. And last time we went around, we talked to a few business leaders, and there were great things that we worked on, broadband and other things that came up. But things like housing didn't come up in the last strategic economic development plan. And healthcare didn't come up in the last strategic economic development plan. So we thought, You know, and what do business folks talk a lot? Gosh, the housing up here, it's hard for people to move here and get a house. We're struggling with that, and healthcare, access to healthcare, it keeps coming up. And you know, substance abuse and what's going on in our downtown areas didn't come up either. So this time we still are talking to business leaders, but we thought, let's go out to the entire community and see what the economic development needs are. So if you've got a survey, a little envelope from us in your box, please fill it out and tell us what you think about healthcare and economic development in our community. And we'll be releasing that data, and the county will be releasing the economic development strategy plan later this summer. So, any quick questions? That's the, I'm going to need Dustin to come up here and switch to the next PowerPoint. Food pantry. Oh, food. We work. The food bank's about to go out to do a campaign, and you could talk more about that. And so every few years we do a survey of every community pantry to determine community pantry needs and the needs of their clients. And you know what is most interesting and what's come up is how many folks that are in our food pantry say they are able and willing to work, and they just have not made connections to jobs here. So there is an opportunity to link clients who are socially, and a lot of the food bank people are in between jobs. You know, they're not living on the food bank's for generosity forever. They're having tough times, and they really need a little help. So we're going to work on trying to connect the food pantry to those Sequoia and others to get them. I just thought, how much time do I have? I have 5 minutes? Okay. I just thought, you know, you can talk about data and what we do, but let me show you something that might be interested in you. So I'm going to show you a few school slides here. And what I want you to know from this slide is that the demographics of our adults in the community are quite different than the demographics of children. And also the poverty rate in the overall community and the poverty rate at our schools. Dave, I know you can talk more about this too. But that's the purpose of looking at this. You know, occasionally we're talking about people who don't understand the poverty in this community, and you know, basically, you know, having kids and being able to have a full-time job is a struggle in our community. It's childcare options and other options that are making it so that we have a lot of poverty. A lot of our kids are in poverty. In Arcata. So the community is about 81% white, but the school districts are quite different. And the poverty rate, don't pay attention to this. HSU students getting in here. The poverty rate in Arcata is closer to about 18%. And free and reduced lunch is almost half our kids. So Eureka, poverty rate about 24-25%, free and reduced lunch 63% of our kids. You know, I know how much great work this club has done, but you know, that's really what the need. You know, I was bummed. You guys were so cheerful, and then I show my data. I can kill anybody. If you need to kick people out of your house, just call me. I'll come over with you. So overall, here's our. I mean, you know, if this slide says, if you're, what this slide essentially says is, if you're married and you got kids, you're doing okay. If you're not married and you don't have kids, and you have kids, you're not doing it. So, you know, single women with kids, with children under 5, 42% poverty rate. I'm going to show you a few slides I'm borrowing from Randy that I think are amazing, but then talk about the housing shortage up here I know our city council member here has a big project that's coming to him, which could really help Arcata with housing shortage issues. And I'm hoping that it will pass. There's my lobbying. I know that you don't lobby, but I do. This is percentage of monthly income of existing homeowners with a mortgage. This is a slide in our community of how much people are paying of their salaries to their mortgage. What you want is 30%. So every single community, we have folks who are paying more of their monthly income than they should. You could talk more about that slide too. That's homeowners. Here's renters. Here's the median rent income in Arcata is about $8.99. Actually, Arcata is cheaper than McKinleyville and Redwood. Here's the percentage of monthly income of our renters. Look at how 74%. So remember, we want this to be 30. So what's going on with renters? Redway? Dope. Cannabis. It's really expensive to live in Willow Creek and Redway. Yeah.
Try to find a place in Redwood.
It's impossible. So anyway, see, I'm a bummer. But anyway, what?
No, you're not. You're a conversation starter.
I'm a conversation starter. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little sample of the kind of stuff we're paying attention to in our communities, and we do this for all 35 communities. And of course, I have a joke. You know, how many of you have known me since I had pigtails and everything? You know, so you get paid more as you go further away from your home base. So, but we do a lot of data information for everyone around the region and around the state, and it's my honor to be able to do this work because it's really fun. And our purpose is really to provide folks data that they can react to and that they can work on changing the situations in their community. So, thanks for allowing me to come.
Open it up for questions.
Well, first of all, I'm going to invite you to dinner with my husband because he thinks I'm depressing to talk I'm going to go away. But seriously, where do we start as individuals? What do we, we vote and we give money, but what do we do?
Well, I think, I think that, let me say a few helpful things. Our unemployment rate is lower than the state's unemployment rate right now. We got jobs. We have to have people pass drug tests. That's really where the focus has got to be. And we're really trying to work with Chris Hartley and others to get health career pathways into the schools again, so kids know that there's other opportunities and that there's other things that they can do besides just go work in the cannabis industry. I have nothing against the cannabis industry, but there are a lot of other alternatives. There are a lot of us who need employees that aren't in that industry. So we need to, have a diverse, robust economic stream here. We're doing some great stuff. But we still have, I say we have a tale of two cities here. We have people that are really succeeding, and then we have people that really aren't. And we have the same disparity as Orange County, believe it or not, in Humboldt County. And so that's a little shocking. So we have historic trauma. And when I say historic trauma, people immediately go to people my color, but that's not true. We have white people who have historic trauma here in our community too. Maybe they worked in the timber industry and they haven't, made the turn. I have this new joke I say at work. White people need to go back to church because there's a lack of networking. This is your network, right? These are your mentors. But there's a lack of networking and mentoring for a lot of our young folks. And they need, when something happens, we did these amazing focus groups a while back. St. Joe's hired us to do focus groups. And it was interesting because it was like, one thing throws your life off course, and nobody's there to pick you up. And if nobody's there to pick you up, your life spirals down. And so mentoring programs, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, other mentoring programs, so somebody's there to catch our families. I keep saying that's our major problem. Social cohesion is our major problem. I mean, how many of us have had that and been picked up immediately by people? And some for me, some of the people in this room, you know, I'll never forget Bob painting the NEC with me, just, after the fire. So, just the two of us painting walls together, it just, sorry, get emotional. So, but how important that is. And not everybody in our community has that. That's really, I think, one of the key solutions to the future. Here. So, yeah.
I don't know if it's still true, but at one point there were more nonprofits per capita in Humboldt County. From your perspective, how are we doing on reinventing the wheel every funding cycle?
God, we are so good at forming, aren't we? We are. We will form around. You know what I think really where I'm doing a lot of soul searching is we are starting to do initiatives where we name after a problem, right? So let's get together because we have a housing shortage. Let's get together. We don't name after the solution. And if you name after the solution, so what I say is an amazing thing happened when the city of Eureka hired a consultant, right, to deal with homelessness, right? What happened was they changed the narrative from how do you enable homelessness to how do you end homelessness? And that brought the community together, and people who hadn't had housing for 17 years got keys. And containers went up, and all sorts of alternative housing solutions were, because the dialogue changed from how do we just enable people to how do we end this. And so I think part of it is our initiatives need to be named after solutions. Greg and I, broadband for all. Do it or we'll do it for free, right? That's our slogan, right? And everybody, it doesn't matter, you may have never come to our meetings, but if somebody walked over to you and said, what about broadband? Everyone in this community would know exactly what the goal and the mission is, right? So we need to do more of that and less just coming together because there's a problem. That makes sense? Yeah. If we have a solution, if we have the North Star, we always have the resources to fix things. I mean, that's the way it works. So, thanks for asking that.
I just had a quick question. The study that you showed us just a little bit ago, that and other studies are also on your website?
Yeah, on our website. And we're going to launch a new website. Our website is, right now, it's a little too much. We did this. And we're going to try to have a we're doing this website. So stay tuned into March. We're going to have a new launch of a website. So
cool.
Any others? Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thanks. That's fabulous. Awesome.
All right, raffle time. Sarah, you want to run the raffle?
Would you pull a ticket for us?
Okay, there it is.
$823,997.
997.
Woo-hoo!
birthday. So it's Linda.
No, but he said he wants it for his birthday.
All right, announcements. Scott, your birthday.
Good morning, everybody. Shameful plea that my beautiful wife asked me to come in and do. I am now Mr. Coach Meggs.
You know.
I have these beautiful gift cards that my wife has asked me to sell for HSU scholarships. They are $40 a piece, and they work for a buy one, get one free at 6 separate restaurants. 2 of them happen to be walking distance from this very room. Plaza Grill, Gabriel's, Mazzotti's, Humboldt Smokehouse, Rootsy, and the Sunset Restaurant. You can use this card at each one of those restaurants, so you get 6 opportunities to get a free meal, free entree. They only cost $40, so if you do the math, if you use them twice, you've already paid for the card, you still have 4 more restaurants you can go to. So there are some terms, you can't use them on a holiday. It's really just for the entree, not for appetizers, but everything else in the entree. Buy one, it's really much just buy one, get one. So I'll have them available, I'll be here after the week. They're $40, see me after the thing.
Do you want to check?
I can check too,
Check or
yeah.
cash?
I'll put an email.
You can check out the cash.
Yeah. Probably the HSU crew, maybe, something like that. Probably. So, let me sit down. Okay, so see you after.
All right, Bob. Thank you. I actually have a press release that I want to share with you guys this morning. Shady Lane Window Coverings and Design proudly announces its continued support of the Eureka Theater rehabilitation effort. In addition, the owners and employees continue their ongoing mission to promote what they feel are the serious and relevant themes of popular culture today. To that end, Shady Lady announces their second in a series sponsorship of the 1999 film classic Austin Powers. On March 23rd, 2018. All attendees are encouraged to dress in period-appropriate attire. Prizes will be awarded for the best costumes. Doors open at 7, movie at 7:30. Pick up free tickets at the Shady Lady showroom in Eureka or from any staff member. So I have those.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you. All right.
You guys had a little, we are next Friday, obviously, because of our fundraiser. We have our last fundraiser meeting next Wednesday here at Pleasant Grill at 6. So if you would show up, have any questions, definitely show up. Be a part of it, please do. Otherwise, we will see you guys next Friday at our close day. I had a hard time coming up with close, so I asked our new member on the fly. I said, come on, folks. You know, it's hard to pick their reasons. I'll bring more. Boy, I'm around people. Boy, I like to go. So, yeah, have a great weekend.